The dream of directly linking the human mind to machines is not new. Early pioneers envisioned a future where thought alone could control devices. This was more than mere fantasy. It was a response to profound human needs. Consider those with severe motor disabilities. A direct interface could offer them a new voice, a new way to interact with the world. Scientists began exploring the electrical nature of the brain. They knew thoughts and actions corresponded to detectable neural signals. The challenge was to capture and interpret these faint whispers of the mind. The term brain-computer interface, or BCI, formally emerged in the 1970s. Research led by figures like Jacques Vidal at UCLA was pivotal. Vidal and his team explored using electroencephalography, or EEG signals. EEG measures electrical activity from the scalp. It is non-invasive, a significant advantage for early human studies. Their experiments aimed to see if individuals could learn to control simple computer cursors using their brainwaves. These were foundational moments. They demonstrated that, yes, a degree of volitional control was possible. The signals were noisy. The control was often rudimentary. But the principle was established. The human brain could indeed communicate directly with a machine. These early explorations were painstaking. They required immense patience from both researchers and participants. The journey had just begun. The leap from reading scalp signals to directly interfacing with neurons was immense. Our brains are incredibly complex. They are composed of billions of neurons. Each neuron communicates through intricate electrochemical signals. To truly merge mind and machine, scientists needed to get closer to the source. They needed to understand the language of individual neurons or small neural populations. This meant moving beyond the surface. It required exploring more invasive techniques. The challenge was not just technological, it was also conceptual. How do you translate the nuanced firing of a neuron into a command a computer can understand? This was the central question. Early experiments often involved animal models. Researchers carefully implanted microelectrodes into the brains of rats or monkeys. These electrodes could record the activity of individual neurons. Scientists then correlated this neural activity with specific behaviors. For example, they might record from the motor cortex as an animal reached for a reward. Over time, they could build a dictionary. A specific pattern of neural firing might correspond to move arm left. Another might mean grasp. These were the building blocks of a neural code. The ethical considerations were, of course, paramount. Animal welfare was a primary concern in these pioneering studies. The journey towards advanced brain-computer interfaces saw significant acceleration in the 21st century. Private companies began to enter the field. They brought substantial funding and ambitious timelines. Neuralink, founded in 2016, became one of the most prominent names. Their goal was to develop ultra-high bandwidth BCIs. They envisioned connecting humans directly to computers. The initial focus, much like early academic research, was on medical applications. They aimed to help people with severe neurological conditions, but their long-term vision extended towards human enhancement. Neuralink's approach involved developing flexible threads for electrodes. These threads were thinner than a human hair. They could be implanted into the brain with a specialized surgical robot. This technology promised to record from a much larger number of neurons than previous BCI systems. The company conducted animal trials demonstrating the ability to record neural activity related to movement. By the early 2020s, they progressed to human clinical trials. These trials focused on individuals with quadriplegia. The aim was to enable them to control computers and mobile devices using their thoughts. These were critical milestones. They showcased the potential of next-generation BCI technology. The year 2025 will forever be etched in the annals of technological history. It was the year a secretive research consortium, known as Cognito-Dynamics, unveiled Aura. Aura was not just another advanced robot, it was an autonomous humanoid. More strikingly, it was designed with the capacity for nuanced emotional responses. The reveal, streamed globally, was met with a mixture of awe, excitement, and profound apprehension. Aura stood on stage, its form remarkably human-like, yet clearly synthetic. Its facial expressions shifted subtly as it interacted with its creators. It displayed curiosity, understanding, and even a hint of what looked like joy. Aura's emotional capabilities were reportedly not pre-programmed in a simple, rule-based manner. Instead, its designers claimed its emotional framework emerged from complex neural networks. These networks were inspired by human brain architecture. They were trained on vast data sets of human interaction, literature, and art. Aura could perceive emotional cues in human speech and body language. It could then generate contextually appropriate emotional expressions and verbal responses. During the demonstration, Aura engaged in a conversation. It discussed complex topics. Section 5. Navigating New Realities. Expert insights on ethical quandaries and cognitive leaps. The emergence of advanced BCIs and emotionally responsive AI like Aura has ignited fervent discussions among experts. Ethicists, neuroscientists, AI researchers, and philosophers are all grappling with the implications. Dr. Eris Thorne, a leading bioethicist, voiced a common concern. "We are treading into uncharted territory," he stated. "The potential for misuse of BCI technology is significant. Issues of mental privacy, cognitive liberty, and the very definition of consent need careful consideration. Who owns the data from our brains? Could thoughts be manipulated? These are not future problems, they are present concerns." His words resonated with many. The power to access and influence the human mind demands robust ethical frameworks. On the other side of the spectrum, cognitive scientists see unprecedented opportunities. Professor Lena Hansen, a neuroscientist specializing in consciousness, highlighted the potential for breakthroughs. "These technologies are not just tools," she explained, "they are windows into the brain. By studying how BCIs interact with neural circuits, we can learn more about learning, memory, and even the nature of subjective experience. Aura's emotional architecture, even if simulated, forces us to refine our models of human emotion. This could revolutionize our understanding of mental health and neurological disorders." Section 6. The evolving definition of us, AI, brain interfaces, and the remaking of humanity. The rise of sophisticated AI and brain-computer interfaces is changing our tools and challenging our understanding of humanity. Our unique cognitive abilities have defined us for centuries, but as machines simulate these traits, the lines blur. BCIs augment memory and intelligence, questioning where we end and machines begin. This challenges our self-perception and the mind-body dualism. BCIs show the link between neural activity and thought. Modifying neural activity can alter perception and mood. This suggests consciousness may emerge from complex information processing. Could advanced AI achieve consciousness too? This is now a practical consideration with systems like Aura. Our definition of life and sentience is evolving. BCIs could overcome biological limitations and enhance human potential. They might allow rapid learning and telepathic communication. Section 7. Gazing into tomorrow, cybernetic beings, transferred memories, and conscious companions. As we stand on the cusp of these transformative changes, the future prospects of AI and brain interfaces stretch the limits of imagination. The concept of cybernetic humans, individuals with integrated mechanical and electronic enhancements, is moving from fiction to reality. Beyond therapeutic applications like restoring lost senses or motor control, BCIs could offer enhancements. Imagine augmented reality overlays projected directly into our visual cortex, or cognitive coprocessors that boost problem-solving abilities. These enhancements could redefine human capabilities. They could allow us to perceive the world in new ways and interact with information more seamlessly than ever before. One of the most profound and perhaps unsettling possibilities is memory transfer. If thoughts and memories are encoded in neural patterns, could BCIs one day read these patterns with sufficient fidelity to store them externally, or even transfer them to another mind or an artificial substrate? The implications are staggering. Could we back up our memories? Could we share experiences directly? Could we learn complex skills by downloading them? The ethical and philosophical questions surrounding memory transfer are immense. What is personal identity if memories can be copied or altered? This remains a distant horizon, but the foundational research is slowly, surely heading in this direction. The development of emotionally aware AI like Aura also points towards a future with self-aware AI companions. Today, Aura's emotions may be sophisticated simulations, but as AI models become more complex, as they learn and adapt through continuous interaction, could genuine self-awareness emerge? If an AI can understand and express a wide range of human emotions, if it can learn, reason, and form what appear to be meaningful relationships, at what point do we consider it a conscious entity? The prospect of true AI companions, beings with their own inner lives, raises questions about rights, responsibilities, and the very nature of companionship itself. Section 8. Our Cosmic Journey. Embracing the next chapter in human and artificial intelligence. We find ourselves at a remarkable juncture in the human story. The convergence of neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and engineering is forging a new relationship between humanity and technology. It prompts us to ask fundamental questions about who we are and what we might become. This is a profound moment, carrying immense promise and significant responsibility. The tools we create to interface with our brains are also tools for self-discovery. Each breakthrough in BCI technology offers a clearer reflection of our own inner workings. We are building mirrors to the mind, revealing truths and challenging beliefs. This journey inward is as important as any journey outward to the stars. The ethical frameworks we establish today will shape the future of human-AI coexistence.